With me now is Hosuk Lee-Makiyama. He's the director of the European Centre for International Political Economy. Good to have you with us.
Great to be here.
So Putin's war in Ukraine is now leading to a food and energy crisis. Major staples like wheat, cooking oil, sunflower oil, much of which comes from Ukraine and Russia, is no longer being exported. And they account for 1/10 of all calories traded globally. How is this war exacerbating a food crisis?
Well, first of all, the direct effect of Ukraine and Russia as major exporters of foods, and actually it's even more than 10% of all food traded measured in calories. We are looking closer to 12, 13%. And the direct impact from their production that has been either ceasing or subject to export ban is going to have a significant effect. Ukraine alone is actually feeding 500 million people, accounting for 12% of global supply of wheat, 15% of its corn, and 50% of sunflower oil. And the secondary effect of this is, of course, increased prices that is affecting the commodity markets, as well as forcing governments who are afraid of either food shortages or inflation to take export restriction, in turn exacerbating the bad situation across the board. So we are looking at countries like India, as well as Indonesia, Turkey, Argentina, in short, some of the largest food producers that are usually called the regional breadbaskets in the region, are actually taking active measures in order to restrict food exports.
And so what impact are those trade barriers having? And are we going to see other countries, more countries, follow suit?
Well, we have already seen 20 countries now taking measures that is effectively rising the food prices by almost 50%. And if you look at certain commodities like food oils, we are looking at even 150%. And in addition to that, we have impact on fertilizers, because there is now a global shortage of fertilizers that have actually led to another 30% of increases that will affect everything from your morning coffee to your late snack biscuit. So in other words, we are looking at a very long-term effect that will perhaps impact the global supply chain of food. And the World Food Programme is now estimating that additional 40 million people are now at risk of acute food shortages. So which is now, as the number up to 190 million people around the world could be actually facing starvation.
Wow. And it's not just that impact, right? You know, when we see a food shortage, it also can lead to civil unrest. We saw in Sri Lanka all those protests, the overthrow of the Sri Lankan leader. Talk to us about those other implications.
Well, this is the impact that we are seeing from not just from food shortages, but also from inflation. We need to remember that 1/3 of the consumer price index is actually made out of, or comes from food prices. And if we look to the recent political crisis we have seen, especially in the emerging markets, they have been caused by either farmers protest or food shortage, and usually they are interlinked. We are looking at, for example, the Arab Spring, as well as as you mentioned, the unrest in Sri Lanka. And the number one parameter, for example, that the Chinese leaders are constantly looking at is not necessarily GDP growth or employment. It's actually food prices, because that is the only thing that could lead to destabilization of the Chinese economy as a whole. So it is indeed a serious situation we are looking at.
Yeah, and one that is not going to end anytime soon. We'll have to leave it there for now. Hosuk Lee-Makiyama, good to have you with us. Thanks for sharing some time with us.